Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this in one go, therefore I apologise in advance if I stumble over my words going forwards, and indeed if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well, if there's any lag, anything like that at all. Sadly, it can't be helped, and hopefully it's not too much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision 2020 related video here on my channel. At the time of recording this, it is 11 minutes past 11 on Saturday the 16th of May 2020, and under normal circumstances I would be standing or sitting over there right now watching the results pour in from the voting nations, and we would be moments away from finding out the winner of this year's Eurovision Song Contest, which was scheduled to take place tonight at the Ahoy in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. But alas, different times, different circumstances. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the BBC's replacement show, which took place a few hours ago, called Come Together, and I'll also be discussing the Eurovision official replacement show by the EBU and the Dutch broadcasters called Europe Shine a Light, which also finished at 10 PM UK time this evening at the time of recording this video. So, I have some information in front of me to make sure I don't forget anything. I also made a fair few notes, but there has been a little bit of news as well, which I just want to touch upon at the start of this video. I intend on making a bit more of an in-depth video at some point next week, but it's official, ladies and gentlemen, that Rotterdam will stage the contest in 2021. The European Broadcasting Union and the Dutch broadcasters coming to some sort of agreement recently, which is great to see, and there's a video on the official Eurovision YouTube page about it as well. Absolutely wonderful stuff, and it'll be interesting to see when next year the contest will take place. I've already seen a few things on social media from people saying that it could be as early as March next year, or it could be as late as July next year. One thing is for sure, the EBU and the Dutch broadcasters definitely want this 65th edition to take place in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam, and I really look forward to it, and I think I really will try and go next year, all being well. Also, we've had a few more returning artists announced for 2021. I've got the list in front of me here. Montaigne will be back for Australia, Vincent for Austria, Effendi for Azerbaijan, Hooverphonic for Belgium, Victoria for Bulgaria, Benny for the Czech Republic, Tornike for Georgia, Stefania for Greece, Aiden for Israel, Samantha for Latvia, Destiny for Malta, that's a very recent addition to this list, Jongu for the Netherlands, Roxen for Romania, Senate for San Marino, that's also been announced very recently, the same for Anna Soklic from Slovenia, Blast for Spain, John's Tears for Switzerland, and Go A for Ukraine. We also know that Croatia, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Ireland, Lithuania, Norway and Sweden will all be back, and I did read a short while ago that Leslie Roy has confirmed herself that she will be back representing Ireland in 2021, but I don't know that for sure. Maybe by the time this video goes up it will be definitely confirmed by the Irish broadcaster. Anyway, absolutely wonderful that the contest will be in Rotterdam next year. I think it's great that they are going to have the chance to host after all. Wonderful stuff. Anyway, earlier tonight we had the BBC's replacement show, for want of a better term, called Come Together. Now, I wasn't really sure what to expect with this, but we ended up having a whole bunch of performances from the contest's history, and then you could go online to the BBC Eurovision website and vote for your favourite performance in the 60 plus years of the competition. So what I've got written down here, it seems absolutely ages since I made these notes, do bear with me. So here we go. Yes, a panel of experts decided the shortlist. There were some notable exceptions: no Lordi, no Salvador Sobral, no Gigliola Cinquetti, who I would have put in myself, no Irish winner either, which I have to say is a little bit surprising. But anyway, we had 20 songs looking at this. Is that right? 19, actually. Anyway, we had Heroes, Mon Zelmerlove, of course, Diva by Dana International, Sound of Silence by Dami Im, Making Your Mind Up. We had Fuego, of course, Very nice to see Poupée de Cire, Poupée de Sang, one of Luxembourg's winners way back in the 60s by France Gall. Really fantastic to see that. Should say as well that they showed the postcards from that time too, which was really great. Euphoria, we had Dancing Lascia Tumbai, Soldi, which I wouldn't have put in this list. I think it's only here because it was last year and it was a very popular song. Waterloo, Rhythm Inside, interesting. Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit, which to be fair is one of the UK's classic entries, I would say, but should it really be in this list? I don't think so. Satellite, Volare, which was interesting. Toy, Save Your Kisses for Me, Rise Like a Phoenix, Fairy Tale, and Love Shine a Light. And spoiler alert, the one that came out on top was Waterloo by ABBA. There's a surprise. Ironic that this apparently is the UK's favourite Eurovision performance to date, and back in 1974 the British jury gave ABBA a big fat 0. But that's exactly what happened. We also had what else did we have here? Oh yes, a little chat with James Newman. Graham Norton, the British commentator, had a chat with our 2020 representative, James Newman, and there was a brief shot of what his staging was going to be like. It seems as though they were going quite big. There was going to be some sort of stairway on stage, some platform, a sort of continuation of the music video, I think James said. So quite interesting. They also had fans recreate classic moments from the contest. So there was Epic Sax Guy, Scooch, the Russian Grannies, Luke from Eurovision Hub. I did see him. And yeah, all in all, it was a pretty good show by the BBC. Like I said, I didn't really know what to expect, but it turned out pretty well in the end. And we also had very short snippets of, I think it was 3 of this year's favourites. So Russia was there, Iceland was there, and I can't remember who the other one was. But yes, we had short snippets. And it was all good. And then, of course, the official replacement broadcast from Hilversum, with the 3 hosts that would have been doing the job tonight in Rotterdam: Chantal Jansen, Edcilia Rombley, and Jan Smit, and also Nikki Tutorials was there briefly at certain points in the show to talk about the social media reaction. I thought this was really nicely done. It wasn't super spectacular, it wasn't over the top, it wasn't really flashy. It was in a relatively small studio with no crowd, although Cornald Maas, the Dutch commentator, was there in his little booth. And yeah, I mean, we have to be thankful that the EBU and the Dutch broadcasters put this together. There were some really wonderful moments. I think the whole show, the whole broadcast was tinged with sadness, expectedly so, but the whole thing, absolutely wonderful, and I'm glad that we got to enjoy something at least. The EBU could have just left it, but the fact that we got a replacement, we just have to be very thankful. A shame we didn't see Jon Ole Sand. Bit of a shame there. We had a message from Björn, part of ABBA, of course. That was very nice. We had various performances. Obviously, we had snippets of all of the 41 songs, which was quite nice, in a random order. Molitva, Maria Serifovic, the winner in '07. Her performance was really nice, walking down the deserted streets of Belgrade. I just thought that was really touching. We had Johnny Logan at the start. That was okay. We had Mons performing Heroes acoustically in his back garden. I thought that was very nicely done too. We had Diodato perform a bit of Volare, which was really nice. I don't think we saw his performance of Fai Rumore in the theatre in Verona. But anyway, that whole video is now up online on the Eurovision YouTube page, and I've just watched it, and it's so beautiful and emotionally charged. Really superbly done. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but it was really fantastic. What else did we have? You know, it was only a few hours ago and I've forgotten. But obviously we had all of the artists come together, except Hooverphonic. Interesting. But they all came together and performed Love Shine a Light at the end, and Katrina was there with her dog. That was very emotional. And then, of course, we had the announcement that it was going to be Rotterdam 2021. Graham Norton popped up. He was also doing commentary this evening during the show. He made a few dodgy comments, shall we say, but on the whole I think he did an okay job. Interestingly, he said that Ireland was in with a chance of winning this year. No, Graham, no. Even though the song's really not that bad in my opinion. He also liked Estonia and said that Eurovision fans were really enjoying Spain. So I think he was a bit out of touch. He also said that he didn't think Bulgaria was going to win, whereas actually, if things had been going along as normal right now, then I'd probably be standing there filming a video and saying, Bulgaria has won Eurovision 2020, Sofia 2021, you know? I don't think I have much else to say. There was another show straight afterwards on BBC Two here in the UK where Rylan Clark-Neil, who does some of the commentary for the semi-finals, he was going through the A to Z of Eurovision. I have to be honest, I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to it, but I thought that it was a pretty good job anyway that he did, and he really knows his stuff. Ryland's such a big Eurovision fan. This flag, which seems to have fallen off me, is the Icelandic flag, which is featured in a previous video. Just for the record, Iceland, not my favourite entry this year, but I have the Icelandic flag, as you can see, and I thought that I would just wrap it around me, because who knows, Iceland may well have won this year. We'll never know. It's a great shame. The CD arrived yesterday, I've listened to it, and I've definitely enjoyed this evening's proceedings. It's a great shame that this year's contest was cancelled, but it seems as though next year it's going to be back, bigger and better than ever. When next year, we don't know. Junior Eurovision has been confirmed for the end of November. It's going to be in Warsaw, apparently, although I've no idea in what venue, because I didn't think Warsaw had a suitable one available. But anyway, I'm really starting to ramble now. I thought this video would be a bit longer, but never mind. Let me know your thoughts on Eurovision Shine a Light. The three hosts were fine. I'm glad that each artist that would have been involved this year had an opportunity to say a few words. And yeah, we just have to be really thankful that we got something. I'll be filming a video all about Iceland at the Eurovision Song Contest at some point soon. I really must get on with that. And also a video where I talk about my personal strongest performances, strongest songs in the contest's history to date, very similar to what the BBC did this evening. There were some notable omissions, and I will be doing my own version, my own shortlist, at some point in the coming week. So be on the lookout for that if you're interested. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. Europe Shine a Light. We did have various landmarks light up around Europe. It looks a bit fake to me. Maybe that's just my opinion, but anyway, we had the Acropolis, the Oslo Opera House, Jerusalem Old City, we had the London Eye, the Sydney Opera House. Only the Czech Republic, Finland and Moldova did not have any buildings light up, which I thought was a great shame. The other performances we had, Galeatari with former Junior Song Festival finalists, so that's the Dutch Junior Eurovision selection. Hallelujah was very nice, but it did seem to go on a bit. We had the Rotterdam Philharmonic Orchestra perform Love Shine a Light, which I thought was very nice. Michael Schulte and Ilse de Lange with Ein bisschen Frieden. I thought that was a very touching and beautiful performance too. Netta with Cuckoo. I'll be honest, that wasn't a bad song, but again, it seemed to go on a bit longer than necessary. Duncan Lawrence with his new single, Someone Else, which I thought was pretty damn good, if I'm honest. And then, of course, the Eurovision contestants with Love Shine a Light. That's it. I'm rambling. I do apologise for that. But that's my thoughts on BBC's Come Together and the EBU and the Dutch broadcasters' Eurovision Europe Shine a Light. Yeah, what next? That's the question. I will be on the lookout for news regarding Eurovision 2021. Let me know if you have plans to maybe go to next year's contest. I don't know what is happening with tickets at all. I did not have tickets for this year's show. It'll be interesting to see how they all come to an agreement on that. And yeah, I'm going to be on the lookout for news. I'll be filming more videos as and when, and feel free to check out my other social media pages in the description below. Until next time, roll on Eurovision 2021, I guess. Let me know your thoughts, and bye for now.